Hello, hello, Ana Beatriz. Welcome, welcome. You have worked so hard. You've watched all the classes, you've taken your notes, and now it's time for something fun. It's the Super Review Challenge. Okay, so here's how we're going to play. I'm going to ask you a question. Then I'll pause for a little bit so you can think of the answer. And then I'll show you the correct one. Simple, right?
So, are you ready to play? Ready to show me all the amazing things you've learned? I know you are. Okay, let's do this. Let's get started.
Okay, here we go. Round one is called Festivals of Light. We're going to talk about all those beautiful celebrations from around the world that we learned about. You remember them, right?
All right, first question. Let's think back to the Festival of Diwali from India. Do you remember what those little clay oil lamps are called? And what's the reason people light them up? Take a second to think about it.
Were you thinking diyas? Yes, that's it. That is exactly right. Fantastic job. People light those beautiful little lamps to help guide the goddess Lakshmi to their homes. And it's also to celebrate something really important, the victory of light over darkness.
Wow, what a great start. Okay, next up, let's travel to Chinese New Year. Now listen carefully. This question has two parts. First, why is the color red so important? And second, why do they use those loud fireworks? I'll give you a moment.
Yes, I bet you got it. So for the first part, red, well, that's the color for luck, for happiness, and for good fortune. And what about those loud fireworks? That's right, they're to scare away any bad spirits. You are doing an amazing job, Ana Beatriz.
Okay, round one is done. You did wonderfully. Now it's time for round two, a nation's beginning. We're going to switch over to American history now. I know some of this can feel a little tricky, but I have no doubt you can do it.
Okay, here's the first question for this round. Remember when we talked about the American colonists? They were really upset, really angry with Great Britain. They had to pay all this money, these taxes, but they didn't have anyone in the government to speak up for them. What's that famous saying, that famous phrase, that explains this whole problem?
And the answer is taxation without representation. It sounds kind of big, right? But the idea is actually pretty simple. Taxation means paying taxes, like the Stamp Act. And without representation means they had no one, no voice to represent them or speak for them in the big British government. It's a really important phrase.
Ready for the next one? So, a group of 5 men was picked to write that very important document, the Declaration of Independence. But who was the main writer? The one person who wrote most of it?
It was Thomas Jefferson. Yes, that's the one. He was on a team, the Committee of Five, but he was the one who did the main writing. You are doing so well with this.
Okay, I've got a tricky one for you now. This one is a little bit of a puzzle. What's the real difference between July 2nd and July 4th in 1776? They are both super important dates from that time, but why?
Okay, so here's the secret. On July 2nd, that's when the Congress voted yes to independence. But then, 2 days later, on July 4th, that's when they officially adopted the final, finished document. They all agreed on the words, and that's why the big celebration with fireworks and everything happens on the 4th of July.
And here we are, the final round, round 3, Words of Freedom. We're going to talk about the really powerful ideas in the Declaration of Independence. You are doing such an amazing job, Ana Beatriz. Just a couple more questions and we're done.
So, the Declaration of Independence has this incredible sentence. It says that all people have 3 really special rights, rights that nobody can ever take away from them. Can you remember what those 3 rights are?
And the 3 rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Aren't those beautiful words? Just think about them. These ideas are so important. They've actually inspired people all across the entire world.
Okay, Ana Beatriz, this is it. The very last question of our Super Review Challenge. Are you ready? What is the holiday that got its start when the Pilgrims and the Native Americans came together to share a big meal and to give thanks for the harvest?
It's Thanksgiving! Yes, you got it. That's exactly right. It began as a special day just to give thanks. And today, we celebrate it as a holiday for being with family, eating yummy food, and just feeling thankful for all the good things we have.
And just like that, the Super Review Challenge is complete. You did a fantastic job. Now, let's switch gears for a second. I want to talk about your final mission, which is your test.
First things first, I just have to tell you, Ana Beatriz, I am so incredibly proud of you. You've studied so hard, you've paid close attention in our classes, and you know this stuff. You really do.
You are so ready for this. So when you go to take your test, I want you to remember just 3 little things, okay? Number 1, read every single question very carefully. Take your time. Number 2, if you start to feel a little nervous, just stop and take a nice, slow, deep breath. And number 3, the most important one, trust yourself. You know so much more than you think you do.
You are going to do wonderfully. I just know it. Good luck on your test, Ana Beatriz. Talk to you soon.